So, coffee? All good?
Yep.
On the house? No, of course not. I'll always pay. My name is Adam Carruthers. Welcome to a brand new episode of Gadget Nation. Here we are, quartet in Tamunton. Plenty in store for you, as always. So don't go anywhere. Next half hour or so, me, some gadgets, the latest news. What more could you ask for? Now, I must collect my coffee.
The location-based app seeks to redefine the way consumers search for information about local businesses and how consumers connect with these businesses. It is available on Android and iOS for free. The app has more than 3 million business listings, around 800 categories covering over 450 cities. Sony Malaysia has launched the Walkman NW-ZX2, the latest high-resolution portable audio player. These new products further the desire to equip consumers with the best portable products possible to enjoy a fully immersive high-res audio experience from practically any location. Samsung Malaysia Electronics introduced the Galaxy Tab 3V, a tablet combining the intuitive experience of the Galaxy Tab 3 series with the enhanced features. Equipped with 3G connectivity and a 7-inch WSVGA display, consumers are assured an ideal viewing experience, whether for browsing the internet or watching videos, playing games, or reading ebooks. Made available for the first-time tablet users at a relatively affordable price of 499 ringgit.
Nowadays, speakers, it just makes a huge world of difference when it comes to music. I'm trying to listen to it on my phone, it's just not quite cutting it. So I thought, why don't I go and find some really cool speakers that might just entice you. Yeah, a little bit pricey, but at the end of the day, you pay for what you get, right? Something from Harman Kardon always excites me. That sounds really, really nice. I mean, what I have set up in front of me is awesome. Obviously, it's a sound bar, albeit it's slightly on the more pricey side, slightly above 4,000 ringgit. Don't worry, it's below 4,500. It's 4,399 ringgit. It's from Harman Kardon, as you can see, and it is magnificent. I'm really impressed with this. Now, you got a question, why do you want a soundbar in the first place? Well, obviously it's a lot less cluttered than a 5.1 or 7.1, whatever certain individuals might have at home. It's much cleaner and it just looks a little bit fresher. Obviously, if you've got a very expensive 7.1 system set up at home, maybe that's not applicable. But generally, just having a soundbar and a subwoofer, which is to my left, and you are pretty much good to go. But also, it takes up less space as well, generally speaking. And it just tends to be a very generic look though. That's the biggest issue. However, what Harman Kardon has done here is definitely not very traditional, especially this right here. This is the subwoofer and it is really, really, really spot on. And of course, it is a great substitute to these speakers which usually come with your TV. If you've got a nice flat screen on your wall or whatever, probably notice the sound isn't too great. You don't want anything too cluttered. Something like this could very well be the solution. And I have to say, I'm seriously impressed. Now, the question is, why? Now, firstly, let's take a look at this Sabre soundbar because, as you can see, it looks very, very nice. It's also very light. Now, obviously, we've got this set up rather delicately right now, but it is very, very light. It is not too heavy whatsoever. It's also very, very thin. It's only 32 millimeters thick at its deepest point of the soundbar, somewhere around the middle. So that's a great, great plus point. And it's only 2.6 kg. Now, what you can't see, which I'm looking at here at the back, lots of inputs as well and one output. We've got the HDMI slots on the far side away from me along with the input. We've got everything that you need, auxiliary as well. And what's really cool is it will also learn everything that you need to know from your remote already. So you just have to have a single remote control, i.e. your TV one, and you're effectively good to go. Very, very nice. Now, this is more of a traditional look for a soundbar. It's in the name, isn't it? It's just a bar, effectively. However, this is where it gets very, very interesting. I mean, usually when you think of subwoofer, you think of a box, rectangular or squarish, and it's not particularly exciting. In fact, it's a little bit cumbersome in terms of space. This is where it looks really, really cool. Now, you can't tell from behind the depth, but if I just shift it a little bit to the side, you get a vague idea or general idea of exactly how thin it is. Now that, for a subwoofer, is fantastic, and it's not let down on the sound whatsoever. Let me just shift this back around. It's only 86 millimeters thick, far slimmer than the usual cubes that you'll find elsewhere in terms of the subwoofer world. And yeah, I mean, it's not too heavy either. It's a 100-watt subwoofer, and there's plenty of kick, plenty of punch to it. I mean, just the aesthetics alone make this very enticing for your home setup, make it really nice and modern looking. Of course, it may look nice. The question is, how does this all put together and perform? It is magnificent. The sound which I was listening to right at the top was really, really, really good. I mean, it's wow is all I can say. I mean, inside here we've got plenty of power for you to enjoy. Just a sound bar. It's a 420 watt and a couple of 15-watt speakers as well, all underneath here. I could just try to slide this off. I'm very tempted to. It's also got 6 1.75-inch mid-range drivers, as well as 4 1-inch dome tweeters, all packed underneath the grille, and it is, wow, it's very, very, very spot on. Like I touched upon though, for the power on this, it's 100 watt, uses dual 4.5-inch drivers to really push out plenty of quality sound. And of course, there's lots of different settings. That's what's really set this apart. On its off, it's, you know, standard 2.1 speakers, but there's just some really cool things put inside the virtual surround sound, where it can naturally and very, very intelligently alter some of the background noise to really give it a full-on immersive experience if you're going to be watching a movie. And it just sells it so well. It doesn't really feel like it's 2.1. It really does feel completely immersive. Of course, you've got the usual bells and whistles, Dolby Digital True HD, of course, and DTS HD decoding as well, and it is magnificent. Now, what you may not be able to see is right here, there's some more options as well for the subwoofer. So you can basically just turn over the crossover to avoid too much of a clash between this device and this device, to really just tweak things out how you want. There's also some options up the top here for your volume and surround sound to be on and off, and wow is all I can say. It really, really is value for its money. In closing, I think that these are excellent, excellent options for you if you want to go for the soundbar, Sabre and subwoofer at home. Okay, it's a little bit pricey, I know, at 4,399 ringgit, but in terms of value, I think it packs a lot. I mean, the moment you switch things around, you play around with the settings a bit, you get the full-on immersive sound when you're watching a movie. Awesome. Oh, and I didn't even add just now that you can also sync it up with your phones and your tablets via Bluetooth, etc. Really clean. And these two sync via Bluetooth as well, so you only need one power cable really more than anything else in order to just set everything up. So again, you have less of a cluttered feel if you had proper 5.1 or 7.1 speakers at home, whatever your preferred setup may be. Very, very strong argument that most TVs perhaps could just make do with something like the Sabre or soundbar, and also this subwoofer right here. And I have to say, Harman Kardon has done an extremely good job, but then again, you wouldn't expect anything less from such an established name in the world of sound. They very rarely fail to let the customers down, although they're also known for being a little bit pricey as well. Then again, I guess you get what you pay for. Now, let me get back to my music. Let's see.